Rob, just so I'm sure I understand everything that's going on here.
Yeah.
Your mum and brother have just recently moved, and you've got some very mixed feelings about that we've talked about.
Yeah.
I just wondered where you are with it, or where does it feel it is for you now?
Yeah, I feel more isolated now.
Okay.
You know, as I said, I moved to Reading, which isn't too far away, and it was nice being close to them. Not too close. I can't turn up for a cup of tea every 5 minutes, but it was nice being close to them. You know, because I've been away for a long time, so I guess I'm kind of used to that. And it was nice to get some of it back, because when I moved away, I also felt like I lost something with my mum and the rest of my family, you know.
What do you feel you lost?
Just growing up with them, just spending time in the same rooms, just doing everyday stuff. I don't know what that is. I mean, in a way, I do know what that is with my brother, but I don't know what it is with all of us, and I will never know, because it's gone. And it didn't happen. We saw each other, but it's not the same as sort of coming home from school and stuff. So it was nice sort of being back near, and even though I'm used to being away from my mum and my brother and my family, it was just nice to have it. And so now it's a bit like, I know this feeling. I know this feeling. So I can cope with it. It doesn't mean I like it.
Okay. Can you tell me about what the feeling does to you?
What it does?
How, what does it present to you? Because you said you felt isolated.
Yeah. It makes things a bit harder to do. It's difficult to explain, but it's like I just want to kind of go, you know, and I feel heavier, and I feel a bit I feel more tired. It's not quite hopeless, you know, it's not that bad, but it's just like, I miss them.
You miss them?
I miss them, I felt like I had as much as we argue all the bloody time, it's like I had a bit of support, it's nice, it's that thing about your family are a pain, but at the same time you love them.
Yeah.
And I guess I didn't know until I just said it, but I guess I kind of feel some of that.
So you feel that you miss them, and that makes you feel heavy?
Yeah. Bit of a struggle.
So what do you want to do about that?
That's a big question.
What do you think will reduce some of that for you?
I was going to say to see them, and in a way that would, but it's more that I want to be happier without that, if you see what I mean. Whereas I don't rely on them. Although I can kind of feel myself getting tied up in knots here, because it's not that I don't want to be with them, and it's not that I want to dismiss how I'm feeling, but I want to be okay. I mean, I am okay. I want to be happier.
Yeah. So,
just anyway.
Yeah. So it sounds like you need some autonomy, but you still want to be close to your family.
Well, that's the thing. I have loads of autonomy. I have loads of it. I'm very used to being on my own and doing things on my own, and if something needs doing, I'll do it. And it's nice to be close to them, but what I want is the autonomy plus the closeness, just for the sake of us being who we are, my family being who we are. I guess, and this is where I start tearing up and feeling sad again. It's like when I talk about them now, and it's getting really difficult to say. it's almost nostalgic. Whereas when we're living day to day, I can kind of see why I don't see them all the time. You know, there's a kind of a not that we argue with each other, but the way that we talk is kind of pretty straightforward, really. You know, my mum can be quite. I kind of see it as critical. She tells me I'm being too sensitive, and it's just like, okay, you know. But that's kind of the way we get on. Sorry, I don't know whether I'm getting a bit lost, but I kind of forgot.
Yeah. So what do you want here? What is it you want? With you know, you say that you've got your autonomy, but you want the autonomy and closeness. So what is it you want?
I want to feel happy in myself, that I can go and do what I want to do without the feeling that I'm missing out on something, and without the feeling that I owe somebody something, that I owe my family something while I'm at it. Part of the thing about moving away is I always kind of had a sense in some way of what I'd lost. It's like every time I do something, it's a choice, you know, and there's only so much time, there's only so much life that I have, and that sounds quite like it might be a bit much, but it's not, literally. You know, there's only so long that we live, and I really feel it when I choose to spend my time with my family or alone. Yeah. I really wonder what else could be, you know, and when they move away and I have that kind of emptiness, that hole, it really hurts.
Yeah. So how can we simplify that? How can we put that into something that you want that's going to make things better for you?
I think for me what would really work is, you know, like I've just said about life being short, to kind of break that down a bit, and instead of having some kind of abstract idea that kind of life is short, it's actually about, you know, day-to-day stuff, and about actually just accepting that bit. And so rather than dwelling on the fact that actually time is slipping away, it's a case of actually time is slipping away for everybody. You know, we're all here, but I can use it to do what I want. That's it. I can use it to do what I want, and that's the bit about not owing other people something.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Can I, just to make sure I understand what you're looking for?
Go on. Yeah.
You have this loss here.
Yeah.
That it feels like you're working with, and you want to be able to have your autonomy that you've got, but also still have the ability to move on in your life by with some sort of acceptance of that.
It's the acceptance that really hits me when you were telling me that.
Okay.
You know, because the autonomy and the things I can do for myself, you know, I've grown up, I can do all of that, and I know it, and I have done for ages, but it's the acceptance, and it's the being comfortable in myself that actually this is my time and I can spend it how I want, and actually, you know, that might mean an afternoon in front of the telly, that might mean that I can choose what I do, and that's okay, and it doesn't have to be anything huge, but it's okay to want something just because I want it.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.